Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is exciting because we're going to look at the new Monster High Booriginal Creeproduction dolls. Seems like I just made that video of, reacting to them, and here they are already in front of me. I found them at Walmart. They were $24.99 each. And I also got to take this part of the store display. It's really big, so it can't really fit on my desk, but it's this part with the dolls. So that was so exciting. I have never had a store display before. It's kind of huge. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it. We also have this part. So yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, so let's look at them all individually in their boxes. Right here is Frankie in hers. These are really similar to the old boxes. They look like a mashup of the older, like the very first versions, and then the newer versions that we came to know. Here is her barcode. There is this cute little thing on the top, 9 stitches in counting. And over here, a little mixtape that says K-Blood Mix. So yeah, that's super cute. Here's Frankie. Let's go. Here is Dracula in hers. Slides. Barcode. This side, I wish these fit better on my desk. And then we have Ready to Sink My Fangs into Some Drama, and her little mixtape says Jaundice Brothers Mix. Here is Claudine, and fun thing about Claudine is that I actually have a original Claudine in her box, so we can look at the differences in the packaging. It's just a little more open this time. Like I said, it's like a mix of the first and the second versions of the doll boxes that we got. The style of the box is still pretty much the same. This has like skullets in the background now. Of course, Cleo and Deuce are missing, and the old ones don't have the little thing on the top. And yeah, the side still looks pretty much the same. Yet, I always like seeing this on store shelves. I thought that was always really cool. And then, yeah. Fun, isn't it fun that I just have this random Claudine sitting here? It's really great. What does hers say? Hers says 12 to 10 full moon mix, and the top it says 8 for 10 moonlight dance committee meeting, and here is her barcode. And yeah, I do wish these weren't in international boxes, but what can you do? And last but not least, here is Laguna in hers. I'm like really actually super excited about Laguna, which is funny because she was the one in the video I was like, I don't know about her. But now, like, that I've seen her some more, I'm like really excited. Stay fantastically unique ghouls. You know, she might be my favorite from like the first wave. From like Frankie, Dracula, Claudia, Cleo, Deuce, Laguna. Like, I think she might. I didn't used to think that, but what's her say? 610 B-Day mix. I didn't used to think Laguna was my favorite from the first wave, but she's the one I'm most excited about. So I'm thinking that somewhere deep down, Laguna's always been my favorite from the first wave. So yeah, crazy how that works. Okay, I'm so excited. Let's get them out of the box. All right, everyone, we have got all 4 ghouls out of the box. Now, because we've seen these dolls for years and years and years, and they're not really like new in the sense of like what they're wearing and all that, we're gonna do individual close-ups and whatnot and we'll do like a comparison thing with the old dolls and see what's new on these dolls as opposed to like we've already seen. So speaking of which, here are our accessories. We have everything that we should have. Everybody has their diary, their pet, a accessory, and their comb. Everything matches up to the old dolls perfectly, except for the new brushes and stands are slightly different in color. I don't have like all of the original stands, but I do have, here's Claudine's, for example. Just see like there's slight differences, of course, with, you know, brand new. product being made, and like Laguna's is a lot more matte than it used to be. It used to be a bit more pearlescent. So here is the old stand base, because that's the part I do have, and here's the new one. You can see it's more of a straight up white as opposed to a pearl color. But yeah, that is our quick little overview. We're gonna start with Frankie and we'll compare her to her original. All right guys, so let's start off with Frankie. We can see her eye shape has changed pretty dramatically. It is more, it's a little smaller and a little more almond shaped, I would say. The eyeshadow has gotten a lot less aggressive and shaped a lot better. We have some more sharp lines. Her lips have a different shape to them as well. They have more of a pout. Now, I really enjoy this new lip shape we have. The eyebrows have also gotten a bit thinner and a bit higher and a bit lighter. I'm not sure how I feel about the new eyebrows. I do feel like it does fill her face a bit better than the original, so that's nice. We can see on the hair that the bump is now an actual bump and it's not so flat. The earrings match up almost identically. I don't see any like real difference in the earrings at all, to be honest. I guess the colors are like slightly different, but nothing that's not to be expected. The bolts on her neck also look to be slightly different colors. I think everything's just going to be a little bit different in colors considering we're doing these over 10 years later. So yeah, looking at Frankie's hair, it is about the same length. Actually, it is slightly longer, just like the littlest bit longer, not like anything crazy. So that's nice. You can see a huge difference in the fact that this doll has tons of glue in her head. So we have icky, sticky hair, and it is very yellow. These new dolls are using saran. Yes, I'm so excited. I was really worried about that because I hadn't really seen anything, so very excited to confirm that they do indeed have saran hair. And you know, these new dolls also don't have glue in their head. They have very squishy heads as opposed to her little hard head over here. And yeah, we also have the new body style. So here is the old one. This is like first wave gold elastic joint. So this one's even different than the newer versions of the dolls. Let's see if I get this out. But we have a completely brand new joint style here. It is much sturdier feeling, and it is also much, sturdier. Yeah, that's pretty much all. It stays in better too. If the joints feel a lot tighter on these new dolls, and it's really nice because most of I have always felt a little on the fragile side, so it's nice to be able to hold them without fear. You can see, now let's look at her dress. Her dress, if it'll focus. Let's see, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. So it looks like the dress got a little bit shorter. I think there's a little bit more pleating on this dress than there is on this dress as well, but everything matches up pretty well. This one is like a darker, more vibrant fabric, but that could just be mine's worn out. So even like the dots match up immaculately on the tie. That's pretty wild. The skull has gotten a little bit darker, and then this does have this little layer, the extra layer. It's not sewn on like the re-released doll, the original Ghouls version, so that's a separate piece. And they both have the same fabric panty thing, and their belts are even like secured in the same place, so like they got every detail down, y'all. And the bracelets look exactly the same, like I said, except for the coloring's a little bit different. Nothing wild, nothing crazy. Shoes, exactly the same. I don't think we'd really expect anything different on the shoes. You know, since these are they're using the same sculpts they always have, so there's nothing like, of course, like all the accessories are gonna match up. I mean, why wouldn't they? Here's the back of her dress, the back of hers. I would say that the sleeves do look a little smaller as well and a little less poofy. They're a little shorter. Everything on this dress is just like a little bit shorter, which is fine. I don't think it's really a big deal. But yeah, it's like really well done here. Is this yeah, all that matches up. Everything is real, nothing printed. Okay, so that has been Frankie. Let's look at Dracula next. Alright guys, here is Dracula's face. Oh my goodness, she probably has my favorite like facial upgrade. I just think she looks so much more like her character. Her eyes, the spacing is so much better. They're a lot larger. She looks very cute. The makeup matches up really, really well. There is a little bit more, I think there's a little bit more depth to the lips on the repro actually. And the eyebrows are like ever so slightly different. We can kind of, shape-wise, they look better. They look much more like where they should be. The heart has gotten really large though. I will say that the heart is maybe a little too large. Hopefully that gets fixed in future releases. Her hair is once again saran. I think the new one's hair is a little bit thinner than the old one was. Personally, y'all know I like thinner hair, so I'm like, yeah, that's really whatever for me personally. But it's the same lengthwise. I think the bangs are done a lot nicer on the new one. And yeah, the shirts look pretty good. Fabric feels exactly the same. The lace details all hold up. Of course, this one does look a lot brighter and shinier because she's brand new, of course. And then the necklaces, the new necklace is a little bit darker than the old one. The earrings, I didn't even know that this is white instead of silver. I don't know like if that's how they're supposed to look. These are all silver. I don't know if that's something they changed. I like it though. So yeah. The skirt, let's look at the skirt a little bit more in detail. Looks about the same, if not a little bit shorter. We have the same detailing, so we have the white mesh underneath on both versions. You know, the pleating's done really well on the new one as well. I've noticed like with a lot of current dolls that pleating isn't always done super great, but it's done like really nice on her. The leggings is what I'm so excited about. Hold up. All right, so her leggings actually go all the way down to the boot now, which is my favorite upgrade on her as well. Look at that. They're still not full leggings, but they go past the boot, which is, you know, the important part. And I understand not doing full leggings because like putting boots on that type of fishnet rips them very, very easily. You can see that there is slight color differences in the boots. The new ones are a little bit lighter, but the detailing all matches up. Everything looks really nice. And I'm so excited that, just so excited. These are like great repros. I'm ecstatic to say that they're killing it in every department. So yeah, let's move on to Claudine. All right guys, here is Claudine. So my Claudine that I have over here is the 2012 release. So I think she's gonna look the most similar to the new one. But I still think they do look pretty different all around. Her eyes seem to be they're a different color. They're a little bit larger as well. They're not as thin on the iris. Yeah, the iris. But yeah, they're like the slightest bit more orange on the new doll. That's been something they did with all of them. We can see her eyebrow shape is pretty different. They're just thinner. They're thinner. Yeah. The highlight is very aggressive on the new one. I will deduct points for that. I do think the highlight looks better on the old one. That's probably an application method difference there. The lips look pretty much the same. There is the top lip looks a bit fuller now, so that is nice to see. Actually, I enjoy that. The teeth, everything looks the same. Earrings look the same. One thing I did notice like immediately is the hair got a lot longer, and I'm so excited. Look at this difference. That's crazy. Her hair seems it just seems more complete now. And wow, these old versions are just gonna be so obsolete now that these new ones are out. It's just so crazy. So moving on to her outfit, everything once again looks the same. I think this is done a little bit nicer on the older one as opposed to this. The jacket looks a lot fuller, I think. There is more of a purple tint on this fur than this one with more it has more of a white tint. The belt looks the same. I would say the skirt, like I said, the pleating's not as nice as it doesn't on this one, and it looks about the same as in terms of length. We have the same, you know, layers here. I don't know why I'm like messing. I'm tired. That's what it is. I'm really tired. This video is not going to be as funny as it usually would be. I'm so sorry. But the detailing looks the same on the skirts, the hands, of course, clawed hands. The original one had human hands, so. Oh, I didn't even, hold up. Look at these necklaces real quick. So the choker is painted a lot nicer. I think they may be using a different plastic because this plastic never held the black paint for some reason. But this one looks great. I love it. The purple, like I said, slightly different, nothing crazy, nothing like that's gonna change the value of the doll. I don't know, like how to explain it. It's not a big deal. Let's look at I think the socks are probably the most like visual difference in any of the dolls. I feel like the holes are smaller on the new socks, and that's why they look so different. The boots are, once again, exactly the same sculpt, different colors, ever so slightly, but they look shinier now. So that's nice. I like when things look shinier. And yeah, okay, so that's Claudine. Let's go ahead and take a look at Laguna. All right, everybody, here is Laguna. Wow, looking at these two up close, the new one is much prettier. That's crazy. So I think she has had a really dramatic change. Even her makeup seems to be slightly different colors now. It was a lot more pink and purple based in the original, but now it almost looks gray, like more of a lilac, lavender kind of moment. The eyebrows look thinner. Freckles match up. The lips have a whole different shape. They now have that little point in at the bottom, which I think the sculpt has always had, but they just didn't do. They're a different shimmer color, and she's looking in one direction. Laguna's dolls have always kind of been like looking like that, so that's pretty cool to see that she's finally looking in the right direction. Once again, jewelry matches up. The new one is a little bit shinier than the old one. The flower matches up. Stunning, stunning. The fabric matches up, except mine. Now we don't have a giant glue stain in the middle of it, so that's great. The blue in her hair is a lot darker and a lot more prominent in this new release. These look the same. Wow. This is so cool still. I'm still like, can't believe it's happening. Oh, I did it again. Oopsie, let's do this. Okay, so let's move on down to her outfit. I'm like really impressed that they, sorry, that was kind of scary, that they managed to get this fabric so like close to the original. I don't know, it's like ever so slightly different. I think it looks a little more gray on the printing, and the printing is a little blurrier on the new one. But overall, I was really worried about this fabric not being translated well, but it looks good. Like, it looks like it should. The fins are darker as well, so that's fun. They're a little bit more prominent now. Jewelry is shinier. The fabrics all match up. They feel the same. The shorts, I was so excited that the shorts feel exactly the same. I just like, they did a really good job. Oh, it looks like her fishnets have gotten a lot longer. They have gotten a little bit longer on the fishnet. I think the fishnet feels a bit thicker than it used to as well. She's also more blue. I didn't note that in Dracula, but Dracula is also a lot more pink, which is something they started doing like with the reboot dolls, I do believe. You can see the leg fin is a slightly different color. The shoes are pretty identical. And yeah, she holds up really, really well. Oh, and her hair length, that has been something I meant to show. I don't know how I skipped over that. That has been, you know, the topic of discussion. Everybody thinks her hair got shorter, but I think we all are just misremembering how long basic Laguna's hair is, because it's the same. I mean, we can pull it down and it's the same. So yeah, everything matches up like it should. So excited. Okay, let me get them all together and we'll do final thoughts. All right, so that has been the Monster High Booriginal Creeproduction dolls. Like I've said before in the last couple of videos about them, that I think they are really well done. I think this is exactly how a reproduction should be done. Everybody thinks they should look, you know, well, not everybody, but there's a lot of people that think reproduction should be one exactly the same with every little thing, and I don't think that's what a reproduction should be. A reproduction is time to improve on the original product, and all of these do that in such a massive way. You know, you have just the structure of the new body that's a lot sturdier. You have longer hair on everybody. Well, not everybody, but Claudine. Longer hair on Claudine. The hair is all matching up. There's no more glue in the hair. All of the facial screenings have improved in some way. They all look so much like the animation now. It's really cool to see. And I'm just so excited to have dolls I can touch without fear of them breaking, or, you know, I can't touch them anymore. Their head's so gross and sticky. I don't know if you noticed, but my old Laguna's head is literally turning yellow. It's ridiculous. So I'm thinking that they need to probably reproduce every single basic doll. That's probably never gonna happen, but I am excited to see what the future holds. I hope we get a Cleo and a Ghoulia. At the very least, we need Cleo and Ghoulia. And Abby and Spectra would be really nice as well. And Toralei too, just because I love her. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Here's the little, you know, the graphic that I'm putting up here. And then follow my socials, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.